Alright guys, today I wanted to talk about a bit of a sad subject, and that is the death of Harold Ramis. He actually died yesterday, but he was a actor, director, writer, especially for comedy movies in the 80s and 90s mostly. You probably know him as Egon from Ghostbusters. And yeah, so I think this is probably one of his more memorable acting performances. He was mostly a director, but I just kind of want to talk a little bit about him and his effect with his movies on me. So he was just a really good director. His acting was pretty good, but he kind of got the stereotype of being like the nerdy guy, so that's kind of all he played in the movies he was in. But his directing I always thought was really good, and he directed some pretty great movies, and he actually directed one of the most underrated movies I think I've seen, and that's Stuart Saves His Family. And I've talked about this a couple times on the channel. I'm thinking of doing a review on this movie. If you guys are interested, please tell me, but I really like this movie, and he directed it, and I don't know if he wrote it. I know Al Franken, who's the main character here, wrote it. Yeah, Harold Ramis doesn't have a writing credit in here, but yeah, he directed this movie, and I really enjoy it, and I think he did a pretty good job directing it, and it's a shame to see that this movie kind of tanked at the box office. But I really like this movie. It's probably one of my favorite underrated movies of all time. And then he also directed a lot of other movies that were pretty popular, like Vacation. He directed the first one. He didn't direct any of the other ones, but he did direct this first one. And I'm sure most of you have already seen this. If you haven't, check it out. It's a really funny movie. Chevy Chase is great in it. But yeah, this is another classic movie. Groundhog Day, another classic with Bill Murray. He directed this one. And then he was also in a movie that I don't hear talked about very much. It's an 80s movie. It's called Baby Boom, and it's got Diane Keaton in it. And I'm not a huge fan of this movie, but he is in it. He's her husband, and he's not very much of it, but I thought he did a pretty good job in this. But then again, he's a nerdy character in this, so he kind of gets that stereotype that because the way he looks, he got put in those movies because of that. So his acting wasn't the best, but I always enjoyed the movies he was in, and I enjoyed the movies he directed. He was also in Stripes, which has Bill Murray in it also. He played a nerdy guy again, but I really liked the movies he did, and if you guys have never heard of him or haven't seen some of the movies that he's directed, I definitely recommend checking them out, especially the ones I mentioned here. But I mean, it's just so sad to see a great comedic writer and actor and director go, and I think he'll be remembered for quite a long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out these movies because they're really great movies. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.